window glass and a flickering sun, open all night in a crooked blue light. Bartender yawns, wipes down the same old bar. I'm nursing a drink and an old guitar. There's a game on mute and a couple half lit, two empty stools where my ghost used to sit. Streetlights bleed through the old stained door. Another lost night I've seen before. Then the hinges cry and the room turns slow. A shadow steps in from the neon glow. Coat hanging loose, case in his hand, like he's walked here from some other land. He said, I'm playing blues from tomorrow, songs you don't know that you're already on. All the way you're gonna borrow from the chances you leave alone. If you keep on living like there's no morning sun, you'll learn every line of these tunes I've drawn. So listen close to the blues from tomorrow, while you've still got tonight to run. Climbed on stage like he'd been here for years, eyes full of miles, hands full of tears. Struck the first chord and the room turned thin, like the walls gave away and the world caved in. I saw my face in the ballroom glass, a little more gray, a whole lot more past. Same tight booth, same midnight show, same old story I don't wanna know. He sang of a woman with a whiskey brown eyes who waited for calls that never arrived, of a plane I boarded, of a train I missed, of a goodbye I never should have kissed. I'm playing blues from tomorrow, verses written on the years you waste. Every almost love you'll swallow, every dream you'll never chase. If you keep on hiding from the rising day, you'll hear every note of the price you pay. So listen close to the blues from tomorrow, while there's still one road to change. I said, who are you to read my life like lines? He smiled, just a man who ran out of time. His fingers shook, but his tone stayed true. Kid, I'm only here 'cause I remember you. The crowd was gone, but the room felt full of all the versions of a life I pulled. The boy in the back with a second-hand dream, the tired old man where I might have been. He said, you can't rewrite the verses I've sung, but you can drop the chorus on the next one, son. You can leave this bar before the lights go low, or stay till your story is the one I know. He played those blues from tomorrow, bent every note like a warning bell, showed me every quiet sorrow of a life half lived too well. If I walk out now through the breaking dawn, maybe I won't wear the years he's worn. I remember these blues from tomorrow. road, so I can change my song tonight.
Swing shut and the jukebox fades. Neon bells still humming in my veins. Puddles full of red, blue and gold. Taxi lights drift by like stories told. My shadow's long on the crooked line. Storefronts closed, but their ghosts still shine. Every cracked old brick in the sidewalk knows all the names I never chose. I'm walking Market Street after midnight, hands in my pockets, future on my mind. Trying to outrun the man I saw inside, the one who's running out of time. These city lights don't care who I've been, they just burn and burn again. So I'm walking Market Street after midnight, till I choose who I'm gonna be then. There's a bus stop bench where we used to wait. You laughed at the rain, I was always late. Window of a pawn shop full of dreams on change. Cheap guitars and wedding rings traded in names. A drunk shouts hymns at a passing car. A siren wails from a block too far. Everybody chasing their own small grace. I just see my Father's face. I'm walking Market Street after midnight, counting chances I let slip away. Every maybe later echo in my boots. Every night right now I'm made of pain. These city lights don't blink for regret, they just shine on what I ain't done yet. So I'm walking Market Street after midnight, trying to find a dawn I won't forget. I stop by the tracks where the cable cars sleep, listen to the meadow dreaming in the deep. I hear that old man's voice from the bar tonight. Son, you're one small choice from getting this right. So I breathe in the cold, let the rain wash my skin. Say a quiet toast to what might have been. Then I turn my feet from the same old lane, let the red light change to green again. Still walking Market Street after midnight, but my steps don't feel the same. Every echo on the pavement now is spelling out my name. if tomorrow comes and I'm someone new, it started here between the rain and you. On Market Street after midnight, where I finally chose the truth. Yeah, on Market Street after midnight, where I finally chose the truth. There's a chair by the window nobody wants, just a tired old view of a parking lot. Neon's dying or a cheap motel, coffee burns slow on the edge of hell. I lay my keys in my phone face down, let the silence breathe like an empty town. Every choice I made in a younger skin comes knocking like it wants back in. There was a band that almost left this place. There was her with a barefoot grace. There was a flight I nearly caught at dawn, and all the miles I never put on. So pour one more for the road I didn't take, for every half song, half a love, half awake, to the man I might have been in some other state, driving under stars instead of running late. Raise a glass to the paths I never chased, to the dreams I let the daylight waste. Yeah, one more for the road I didn't take, before I learned to live with what I make. There's a map in my head with the corners torn, all the towns I left before I was born. Nashville lights, some London rain, a girl in Dublin who still knows my name. I told myself next year I'll go, but the rent came due and I played it slow. Built a little life out of maybe then, stack my tomorrows in the lion's den. I see that kid with a second-hand case, wild plans and a baby face. He's waiting at the station for the outbound train, and I'm the one who never came. So pour one more for the road I didn't take, for every border I was scared to break, to the stages I could have burned down bright, trading these long shifts for late night lights. Raise a glass to the songs I
guitar and a second start. If tomorrow's mine for the making, why am I still toasting that I'm not taking? So no more shots for the road I didn't take. Let the ghosts drink their own heartache. Bartender, clear this tab of might have beens. I've got a new song starting where this ends. Raise a glass to the turn I'm gonna make, to the miles ahead and the chords I'll break. Yeah, here's my last for the road I didn't take. Then I'll walk out and draw my own highway. One last toast to the road I didn't take, while I start walking the one I choose today. There's a corner in this bar where the light runs thin, old wood scarred with the lives we've been. Two chairs turned out like they're waiting still for a punchline, a promise, or a barroom thrill. There's a ring from a glass that never dried, burn marks where a match gave up and died, names carved deep in the table grain, like they thought love could outlast the rain. Most nights now it's empty space, just dust and echoes and a crooked vase. But when the jukebox plays that song just right, I swear they all come back tonight. There are ghosts at the corner table, laughing low where the shadows fall. Every toast and every fable still hangs like smoke on this old brown wall. I see the ones I let slip through, and the man I was when I sat there too. Yeah, there are ghosts at the corner table, and I'm one drink from joining the crew. There's a girl with a coat on the back of a chair, whiskey brown eyes and wild black hair. She's watching the door for a different me, one who didn't flinch when he was finally free. There's my brother in arms with a crooked grin, talking about a band we could have started then. He left for the coast with a borrowed van. I stayed right here and played the company man. When the bartender wipes the table clean, he clears off more than what we've seen. But under every fresh pour round
chaos turned around. There are ghosts at the corner table, telling jokes that still cut deep. All the someday plans and when we're able, stacked like chips we were scared to keep. I see the nights I chose to run, and the words I swallow one by one. Yeah, there are ghosts at the corner table, and they know every bit I've undone. Maybe it's the light or the hour or the right, but I see myself there when I close my eyes. Older, quieter, the same old chair, staring straight through my younger stare. He lifts his glass like a warning sign, says, kid, these seats won't stay yours or mine if you keep on drinking what you never tried. You'll haunt this corner till the day you die. So I stand up from the corner table, let the memories sit where they belong. Leave a tip for every broken label, every half-finished life and half-sung song. Let the ghosts keep laughing in that light. I've got my own road cutting through this night. Yeah, I leave the ghosts at the corner table and take my blues out into the dawn. There'll be ghosts at the corner table, but tonight I'm moving on. There's a corner of the bar where the smoke hangs low, little paper boats in a whiskey glow. All the words I never mailed your way curl up quiet at the end of the day. I wrote you lines on a napkin fold, ink ran thin when the coffee got cold. Signed my name, but I lost my nerve, so I burned it down to what I deserve. Every match I strike is almost you, every spark a chance I didn't move. By the time the flame hits the filter line, what I had to tell you's lost in time. So here's to all the letters in the ashtray, every I'm still yours I never sent, all the baby I was wrongs that I turned to smoke instead of truth and sweat. Your whiskey brown eyes still haunt this place, and every ghost in every empty space. Yeah, I'm drinking with the letters in the ashtray, 'cause I couldn't put my heart in the maze. photo tab with your number worn, smudged from nights I swore I'd call by dawn. Dialed halfway, then I killed the tone. Let the busy signal keep me alone. Bartender wipes down the bar top clean, says closing soon, you know what I mean. But there's a pile of words by this glass of rye that only burn when I say goodbye. If honesty was just a 5-cent stamp, I'd have bought a roll and lit this lamp. But silence weighs more than a suitcase, love, and I'm stuck here pinned to the floor above. So here's to all the letters in the ashtray, every promise that I never proved, all the come back home I miss your laugh that I folded up and never moved. Your whiskey brown eyes still fill this room, in every song, in every smoky bloom. Yeah, I'm singing to the letters in the ashtray, 'cause I couldn't hand them back to you. Maybe somewhere there's a younger me, walking out the door with that apology, dropping your name in the mailbox slot, letting the ink say what my tongue could not. But I'm the fool in the bar at 2, watching my chances turn to blue. Every ember is a line I blew, every curl of smoke's a losing you. So here's my last of the letters in the ashtray. No more verses set on fire. If I ever find you in some other town, I'll speak my piece, now feed the pie. Your whiskey brown eyes deserve the truth, not burned out words in a backroom booth. So I'll raise one more to the letters in the ashtray, and then I leave them there, walk away from you. Yeah, let the letters in the ashtray be the last I never said. Bartenders watching the clock hit 2. Old man at the end of the bar says, son, you bring that red guitar, or you just run. My hands still smell like smoking ink, heart still heavy with the way I think. But he nods at the stage and the cheap white light says, you want your life, you start tonight. And I'm a king without a crown tonight, just a borrowed amp and a busted mic. No gold, no throne, no flashing sign, just 12 bars, one soul on the line. Every note I bend is a road I missed, every chord I hit is a second chance kiss. Yeah, I'm a king without a crown tonight. This little bar feels like it's mine. First chord rings like a worn out prayer, heads turn slow from their tight chairs. Jukebox quiet, you can feel the room leaning close like a low-lit moon. I pour my secrets through steel and string, all the roads, all the ghosts, everything. From whiskey brown eyes to Columbus dawn, every wrong turn riding on this song. And I'm a king without a crown tonight, no record deal, just beer and light. But the glasses lift when the solo climbs and the past falls off for a couple of lines. Every scar I've earned starts to sound like grace when the crowd hears hurt and still gives space. Yeah, I'm a king without a crown tonight, ruling nothing but this place. Maybe tomorrow I'll clock back in, same old shirt, same old spin. But I remember how the ceiling shook when the quiet folks gave that second look. The old man smiles from his corner seat, taps his glass in time with my beat. Miles, that's it, kid, that's your right. Wear that song like a crown tonight. So here's to being king without a crown tonight, to the nameless stage and the sweepers hum where the taxis roar. Neon's fading like a frayed old cord. Bar door shut with a final sigh. You can taste last night in the morning sky. My fingers ache from the songs I bled. Smoking words still stuck in my head. But there's a softness in this pale blue hour, like the city's giving back a little power. First light on Columbus Avenue paints the windows in a gentle gold hue. Empty glasses, open tabs behind. But out here, I've left that weight inside. Every step I take in these worn-out shoes feels lighter than the ones I used to choose. Yeah, it's first light on Columbus Avenue, and I'm walking like a man with something new. Cafe chairs stacked in a crooked row, steam from a grate where the buses go. A couple holding coffee and each other tight, sharing secrets they stole from the night. I pass a shop with a faded guitar sign. Think of every maybe I left behind, but the ghosts from the bar don't follow me here. They melt with the mist and disappear. First light on Columbus Avenue takes the sharp edge off the things I knew. All the roads I mourned and the crowns I missed feel smaller in a morning like this. If the man I was is a mile behind, let him sleep beneath the market lights. I've got first light on Columbus Avenue. Maybe I won't change the world today, won't fix every letter I burned away, but I can tune this heart like a brand new string. Let the next song be a kinder thing. Traffic starts slow, then begins to grow, but I still hear last night's final note. It doesn't sound like losing anymore, just the echo of an open door. So here's to first light on Columbus Avenue, to the quiet streets and the softer